Hey mamas, you are listening to the Motherhood is Ghetto podcast. We all know motherhood can be a beautiful thing, but girl, it can also be ghetto. Join me as we discuss some of the best and worst parts of being a mom raising kids, all while trying to figure out this thing called life. This ghetto is a safe space, mamas. So welcome to the hood. Hey mamas, welcome back to another episode of Motherhood is Ghetto. My name is Joy and it's the 4th of July today. So happy 4th. I know some of us don't fuck with the 4th of July anymore, amen. But for those of you that do, I hope you have a great holiday. If you're off work, amen. I hope you enjoy your day with family, friends. Hope you eat some good food, some good barbecue. Hope you can look up into the sky and see some amazing fireworks tonight. But yeah, overall, I hope you guys have an amazing day today and are having an amazing day so far. Amen. I'm also off work today too. Um, y'all, I had the worst day at work yesterday, and I was like, you know what? I'm taking the rest of the week off. Fuck this. Like, I was like, nope, I'm not coming back until next Sunday. Yeah, I had such a rough day yesterday, y'all. I'm not even gonna lie. But that's in the past, and we in a new day. So I'm happy to be here. Thank you for tuning in. Um, and speaking of fireworks, y'all, I bought my kids some fireworks, and whoever comes up with these firework prices needs to be shot. Like these little booths, like I'm not talking about where you go drive like to get the legal fireworks at the good price. Like, so I live in Vegas and most people drive out to Pahrump to go get fireworks off of the Indian reservations because they're cheaper. But I wasn't gonna do all that when I could just go right there by my Walmart and there's a fireworks stand there. So I went there, and whoever's coming up with these prices, man, they need to be taken out back. They need to be taken out back because why did I why did I spend $120 on fireworks on one box of fireworks? Like it had like a variety and assortment, but it's just one box. And I was telling my kids, I was like, this is why me and your dad never bought you guys fireworks. Like this reason right here, because they're overpriced. Like, and granted, it's usually a fundraiser for like a local team, like a little youth basketball, football, soccer, whatever. So I'm all about supporting the children in my community, but god damn, y'all, like it just be too much sometimes. But they got their little fireworks, so we gonna pop them off later on tonight. I had plans to stay at home today, like we were just gonna chill. But I think we're gonna go hang out with some of my husband's family members and just have a good time. So that's what we get into later on today. But let's go ahead and jump into today's podcast. So today's podcast is a little bit special because I got a question from one of our listeners. Amen. So shout out to you if you're listening right now. And thank you for submitting this question. And I read the question and I didn't write down any thoughts or anything because I wanted to answer the question on the podcast genuinely, like without any forethought about it, because I wanted my true sentiments to come out in this podcast so I can answer your question. So shout out to you for asking this question. And honestly, like I knew this question was going to come up sooner or later because people like in my own circle like have already asked me the question before, so I knew it was a matter of time before it was going to come up. So but it's all good. I'm here for it, so we can chat about it or whatever. So let's get into the question. So This listener asks, forgive me if I'm overstepping, but just wanted to know what your thoughts are on relationships, dating, remarriage since your husband has passed. And would you ever introduce another man into your children's lives, given what you all have been through? Love your content. Keep shining, queen. Thank you. I appreciate that. So let's get into it, y'all. And yeah, honestly, like this question is this is a two-part question, and the first part of it is a little bit hard for me to explain, but I'm gonna try to do my best to explain how I feel about that in the best way. So let's get into it. So what are my thoughts on relationships? I can't talk. Relationships slash dating slash remarriage. So let's talk about the remarriage one first because that's simple, clear cut. I already made a decision that I will not get married again ever. Um and it's not because I'm against marriage or anything like that, and it's not because I had a bad marriage or anything like that. Like my marriage was cool. It's just that I I don't want to be anyone's wife. Like I don't want to be a wife to anyone. Like, and I feel like from the bottom of my heart, like I gave everything I had in being my husband's wife. Like, and I feel like the type of wife that I am or that I was catered to that man. And my marriage to my husband was my first marriage. So everything that I learned about being a wife and everything like that, like, was based off of that man and the way that I interacted with that man. And, so who I am or who I became as a wife was because of him and based off of the relationship that we had. Now, could I foster that with another person? Yeah. Do I want to? No. Because I gave everything, y'all. I poured my heart and soul into being the best wife I could be for him. And I gave 130%, y'all. Even more. Like I gave all of me. I put myself on the back burner, like, to help him pursue like his goals and dreams, like everything that you see like on the TVs that a wife does, like I did that. And I'm not complaining about it at all. Like I appreciated the journey, I appreciated the growth. I appreciated who I became as a woman. Amen. Like I appreciate all that. And I don't want to do it again. I don't want to do it again. And like I said, I'm not against marriage. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not against love. I'm not against none of that. I think marriage is beautiful. I think it's a great thing. But I don't see myself. I just don't want to do it again. And also too, like my family knows and my children know, like once it's my time, to go to that upper room, like I'm gonna be buried with that man. Like there's a space waiting for me with my husband. So, and I don't know if I ever got married again, like if my new husband would be able to understand, you know, that bond is never broken between us. Like, and when I die, like I want to go back with that man. I want my body to be laid to rest with that man, not you, but that man. And I'm not about to put that on anybody to try to, come to terms with or accept because it's not for them to accept. Like that's my choice and that's what it's going to be. And I'm not changing my mind about it. So, and yeah, that's just it. I don't want to get remarried. Now, as far as dating, um, I have not personally been actively pursuing anyone to date or like leaving myself open to be dated, like, because I'm gonna be 100% honest with you, like, I still wear my wedding ring. Like, I don't take it off. Like, I never take it off. So, um, I don't put myself out there as dateable. And I don't know how much men pay attention to a woman's ring finger or something like that, but at least for me, like, I know that, I'm not making it obvious or clear that, I'm single and I'm looking to date. Like, I'm not putting that out there. But am I open to it? Yes. I am open to it, but I'm not pursuing it, if that makes sense. Um and I wouldn't mind, dating someone. But it's just that I'm not gonna go out there looking for anyone to date. If someone approaches me, like, that's cool. But then also too, like, if someone was looking to date me, then they're going to have if they're trying to date for marriage, then I'm not the person for them. Like, if their end goal is to settle down with someone and get married, then that's not me. So if they're looking to date me like long term, then that's something that they're going to have to be okay with not getting married, or it had to be someone who's not looking for marriage, like maybe just a long-term like relationship. Like, I can do that. Like, I can do a long-term relationship. I can do dating, but I just won't get remarried again. And whoever comes into my life, if they do, like, they're just gonna have to accept that. Like, if they don't accept it, then that's okay. Like, hey, it's blessings all the way around for me. Like, so, but yeah, I'm definitely not opposed to it, but also at the same time, I'm not pursuing it, and I'm not, advertising myself as like, hey, like, I want to date, like, because honestly, today makes 9 months that my husband has passed away, and this 9 months went by so fast because for me, it still feels like yesterday. Like, the pain and the thoughts and everything is so very vivid still, and it hurts still all the same. But I'm just dealing with it better, and I'm coping with it better. So it's only been 9 months, y'all. So, and of course, I know, like, a lot could change in 9 months. A lot can change in the next 9 months. But one thing that I know for sure, and that I'm rooted and grounded in, is that I don't want to be a wife. And really honestly, I'm really hyper focused on me and my life right now and my kids, making sure that they have everything they need. They're feeling all the love that they need. I'm pouring into them. And I'm also trying to get my shit together, like, financially, on the home front, my career, my business, like, all that stuff. Like, I'm working on my life right now, because now honestly I have the time and the capacity to do that. When I was a wife, like, I was very much interested in seeing my husband succeed, and pouring into our children. And I definitely was that wife that, I ran myself dry for them, happily. Like, I did it happily, and I did it willingly, and I'm grateful for that time. Like, it made me who I am, and I would do it again for them. Like, if I could go back and do all this over again with my husband and my kids, I would do it again. Um but at this point in time right now, like, I'm so desperately need to water me and pour into me and do the things that is going to make my life better. So that's really what I'm focused on right now. Um, Marriage is something, I mean, I did it, and I don't have a desire to do it again. But I mean, and no shade to anyone who's remarried after, losing a spouse. Like, man, that's great if you can find a love like that again. Like, that's awesome. Like, my hats off to you. Um, but yeah, I don't see that for myself, and I'm not really in the headspace for that. So, that's that on that. And then the second part to the question, would you ever introduce another man into your children's lives given what you all have been through? Um, I would knowing me, knowing Joy, I would really honestly engage my kids and ask them, um, it if it ever came a time where I was in a relationship with someone and it's a we're exclusive, like it's a pretty serious relationship, we probably gonna be thugging it out or whatever. um I would ask my kids basically, like, how do you want this person to show up for you in your life? Like, you know are you cool with them coming over, having dinner with us? Like, are you cool if they take you to, sports practice, pick you up from school, like teach you how to drive? How I think I would gauge how comfortable my kids would be and how open they would be to it. And then, I would go off of that, honestly, because I honestly am not I would never bring anyone into our home and into our life to try to fill a void, or, that missing father figure role, because honestly, like, one, my kids don't need it. Like, my kids have oogles of father figures. They have uncles, they have cousins, they have grandpas, like, so they're not lacking father figures in their life. And secondly, like, no one on this planet can or ever could fill my husband's shoes. Like, honestly, like, just for a lack of better words, like, my husband was that nigga. Like, like, he just was. So, um me bringing in someone like, you know, me bringing in someone would definitely have to be something that we all agree on. But I would mostly be, agreeing or disagreeing based on what my children's thoughts and opinions are around that, because we're a team. Like, we function as a team, we work together as a team, and I value my children's opinions and I respect their opinions. And that's a decision I think that we all need to make. I would never force someone on them and be like, hey, this is whoop de whoop. Like, tomorrow he's gonna be picking you up from school. Like, I don't think that that's fair to them. And it's not fair to what they may be feeling. So, you know, I think that I would definitely consult my kids, and we'd have to have like a round table discussion behind it. But if they were cool with it, like, if they were cool with, the person that I'm dealing with, like, hanging out with us during family time, or coming with us on family trips and stuff. Like, if my kids are cool with it, like, then I'm good with it. Um, Whatever makes them comfortable, like, is honestly what matters to me. Because I don't have any desire to bring anyone into their life, like, to as like I don't have a desire to, like, bring another man into our house. And I honestly don't even have a desire to share space with anyone else but my kids, honestly. So that's another thing too, just to go back to the the remarriage thing, like, in the relationship thing, like, I don't even think at this point in time, like, I don't even think that I would want to share space with anyone or have any live with anyone else, like, besides my kids. Maybe, like, when they get older and move out, maybe. I don't know though, but I know, at least for right now, while they're young and I'm raising them, like, I'm cool with it just being us. Like, and it feels comfortable for me, and I feel good, and I'm not, feeling any lonely or anything like that. Like, I feel good. So, but yeah, I would definitely consult my children when it comes to the possibility of bringing someone into their lives or introducing another man into their lives. So, yeah, that's how I feel about that. Thank you so much for the question. Shout out to you. And you can't see me, but I'm saluting you with I'll give you a salute. So thank you for the question. I appreciate it. So yeah, that's it. I'm gonna land the plane here, so you guys can get to enjoying your 4th of July. Thank you so much for tuning in this week. And if you have not, so last week I posted an episode and I did not market it or advertise it on social media or anything like that, because I wanted to see who really fucking with the Motherhood is Ghetto podcast. Like, I really wanted to see, like, if I don't let y'all know it's out there, if y'all will still go listen to it, and if you follow and you get the little notifications that that I posted to upload. And I was pleasantly surprised, y'all. The hood came through. Shout out to y'all for knowing when I upload and listening without me, having to put it out anywhere. Amen. I appreciate that. I was pleasantly surprised. I was like, yeah, they fucking with it. Like, I like that. And I appreciate it so much. So, but if you are listening to today's podcast and you haven't already heard my last podcast, go ahead, take a listen. Last week was my birthday, so I did a little bit of birthday podcast, and it's titled Year 37, because I just turned 37. So if you haven't listened to that already, go ahead and check it out. But again, thank you so much for tuning in today. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at motherhood_ghetto. And also too, if you want to submit me a question, or you want to state an opinion or a topic that you'd like me to cover on the podcast, please feel free to DM me. My DMs are open. So thank you again for tuning in. And until next time, mamas. Thank you so much for listening to today's podcast. Don't forget to follow the podcast and share with anyone who you think may enjoy it. And follow me on Instagram at motherhood_ghetto. Also, feel free to DM me if you have any experiences, opinions, or views on motherhood you'd like me to share on the podcast. Until next time, mamas.